Hello everybody and welcome to my guide on a boss that is not very well known. It's actually a demi-boss, and that is the Deranged Archaeologist. So what we're going to do today in this video is I'm going to go over some basic setups and requirements that you'll need to kill this boss, as well as I will be doing a full trip at the end of the video and showing you guys the loot so you can see what kind of stuff you can expect from this kind of boss. So first off, what is the Deranged Archaeologist? Well, the Deranged Archaeologist is actually a demi-boss found on Fossil Island. He is aggressive, and he can hit very hard, but at the same time, you can pretty much avoid all of his damage as long as you are praying against ranged, because his only attack styles are ranged and melee. So as long as you stay out of his melee range, all he will attack you with is range. And his weakness is magic, so that's why you're going to be seeing magic setups when we get on later in the video. So why should you kill the Deranged Archaeologist? Well, first off, he's great for ironmen. For normal players, he's not so great, and that's why most people don't know about him. Because for normal players, he's not that great. But for ironmen, he's a great source of the Dragon Med Helm. He drops some good alkables. He also drops mud runes, and he's a great source for stuff like cannonballs. He also drops a lot of high-level seeds. One thing to keep in mind while you're at the Deranged Archaeologist is that you're actually probably not going to profit very much, depending on what spell you're going to use. He doesn't have a whole lot of rare drops, and that's rare, valuable drops, and that's why most people don't do them. I mean, even on this wiki, you can see that there aren't really any drop rates for any of the items. So yeah, he also drops the Runite limbs, which can be great for Iron Man, as well as white berries and no deform. Gold ore is noted, as well as black dragon hide. You can also see he drops a lot of food and prayer pots. Now you're going to be using prayer pots while you're there, so it's not a great way to build up a supply of prayer pots, especially for Iron Man, but you can extend long trips because he drops food and prayer pots like that. He's also a great source of of all fossils. Celicep mushrooms, cutting those is actually still better, but this is still a great way if you want to try some bossing to get some fossils. The rest of his stuff is pretty generic. He's got the rare drop table and stuff like that. So, some basic things you're going to need. You're going to need an axe of any kind, because we'll be chopping our way through some vines. I just have a placeholder for a coin and numulite. My dig site pendant, 4 prayer pots, some high healing food. You can bring as much as you want, but I like to have a lot of inventory spaces open, just because he does drop a lot of loot, and you don't always take damage. If you're paying attention, you can pretty much avoid all damage. Alk runes, because he does drop alkables, so that's why we are on the standard spellbook. And one thing I don't have on me right now is actually you're going to want to take a dose of anti-poison before you go, or you can bring some with you, but you most likely just have to end up dropping it to make space for drops later. Now for a basic gear setup, pretty much all you want to do is just bring your best mage gear. So I bring Void Mage. Sorry, I forgot what it was called there for a second. I bring just regular Void Mage, as well as a God Cape, not even an imbued one, because it really doesn't matter that much at Deranged Archaeologist. An occult necklace, a blessing just for the prayer bonus. Same with the God Book, that just helps with the prayer bonus. Explorer's Ring, prayer bonus as well. Your best magic boots, for me right now that's Mystics. And then I like to use the Trident of the Seas for this boss, because it's relatively low cost and you'll pretty much break even, if not profit a little bit, with the Trident of the Seas. So yeah, I like to use that. So now I'm just going to show you basically how to get there, and I'll go through one kill just so you guys can see one or two. And then we'll go ahead and get right into it. Or I'll go ahead and get through the kills, show you guys the loot, and then that'll be pretty much it for the video. So, like I said, take the dose of our anti-poison. I'm going to bank it because I don't need it anymore. Dig site pendant. Teleport myself to Fossil Island. Better make sure my spell is okay. Accurate. We're going to take this magic mush tree. And we're going to go sticky swamp. Yes. Once we're here, these spine mushrooms are what's actually going to poison you. So that's why we took the dose, because we do have to run past one. Some tar monsters, there's one, are going to show up there. All you got to do is just run through. Chop the vine. Run all the way through. And right here is actually the spine mushroom that will stab you sometimes. So we're just going to go ahead and run through it. And nope, not this time. So that's awesome. And then just a little bit south here, you'll see this decaying trunk that you can climb over. And we're here. There's the Deranged Archaeologist right there. So like I said, some things to remember. We are going to be praying range. You can pray. Oh geez, I got a lot of stuff there. You can pray Mystic Might or Augury if you have that, but if you have Augury, you shouldn't be at a boss like this. So we're going to be just protecting from range. I'm not actually going to boost my damage just because I want my trips to last as long as possible. So I'm going to make my prayer potions last. Oh, one other thing I forgot to bring this time, but that you can bring is actually a Holy Wrench. For those of you that don't know what the Holy Wrench does, basically what it does is it'll boost the amount of prayer points you restore from each dose of prayer pot. So now looking at this area, the Deranged Archaeologist is stuck in this area. You have to climb over the trunk to get to him. These tiles I have marked are just little points I like to run to. So basically how he attacks is he throws books at you from, that's his ranged attack. So you protect from that. But then he also has a special attack which can hit you for 70 plus damage. So you really want to avoid that. And the key to avoiding that is actually he will say a specific phrase just before he launches a special attack. And that phrase is actually learn to read. So once he says learn to read, you're going to run from where you're standing away, because it's just like the crazy archaeologist, if you've ever seen that, where he'll throw books, they'll explode and do a bunch of damage. And yeah, you'll see for yourself too once I get into the first kill here. So the reason why I have these other tiles marked, so this is where he spawns, and these tiles are just points that I like to run to. And this is one right here is where I stand to start off the kill, just because he won't always see you. If you're standing here, he won't always take aggression to you right off the bat if you're standing over here. So now you have a basic understanding of how this works. I'm going to go ahead and climb in here. Turn on our protect from range and go ahead and attack him. Oh, he specialed right off the back. Geez, see, yeah, he can really pack on a lot of damage there. So just gonna get our space here. Probably should heal up one more. So yeah, he'll just throw books here and you pretty much negate all damage. There's a special attack, he'll throw the books. Oh my gosh. What a terrible example for you guys. I'm just lagging so much right now. So yeah, he has about 200 health there. We're just going to keep smacking him here. Special attack. Run away. Oh my gosh. Oh, got a melee range there. I am so bad. I'm doing so bad right now, you guys. Oh man, this is sloppy. But it looks like we're going to get that kill. There we go. Wow. Nothing. And that was just my 301st kill. So we're going to go ahead and stand over here now. Man, there goes pretty much all my food. So yeah, he'll be back up in about 15 seconds now. I can't believe we didn't get anything. That was a really bad example for you guys. Um, but yeah, as you can see, when he shouts learn to read, he'll throw those books, and you just gotta run away a good amount of tiles. So now he's about to spawn back in. We're gonna check up that range. We're gonna run. And there we go. Now we should be okay. Hopefully I don't lag too much. But yeah, he's actually a fairly simple boss in general. And there's a special attack. Oh my gosh. We did not mean to run back there. Oh my gosh, stay out of melee range. My clicks are really bad right now. And I'm sorry for that. I'm sure you guys will all be better than me. Learn to read. Man, I am doing just wonderful right now. There we go. Got him down. Water runes and Numulite. Not too good. Alright. So you guys kind of get the gist of it. I'm going to do one more on screen, and then I'm going to just finish out this trip, which might not be that long, actually. If anything, I might actually just go back to bank, resupply, and then come back, do a trip, and then show you guys the loot from that. So, just one more kill here. There he is. Learn to read. Gonna run. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you guys, this lag is killing me. Okay, I actually stopped the recording there for a second just because we were lagging so bad. But yeah, water runes again, so not too good. First loots. So I'm just gonna actually hop out here real quick. So now you guys kind of get the idea. I'm gonna try to extend this trip as long as I can. Hopefully I get some food drops. And then I will be back with loot after this. Wow, we actually just got an elite clue scroll. I forgot to mention that they dropped those. He's actually a pretty good source of them, about 1 in 200 for elite clue scrolls. So we might add that to the price checker, although I don't know if I'll be able to do it. But we'll see. Okay, that was gonna be our last kill right there. We've done a total of 25 kills. So now we're just gonna get out of here. I actually didn't bring a quick tally out. So we're just gonna do that. So I'm gonna go figure all this stuff out. And as you guys can see here, I had plenty of sharks, and anchovy pizzas. I almost had to drop them too. So it's like, don't worry too much. I ran out of food at one point, and then I was just about to leave, and I got potatoes with cheese as a drop. Healed myself back up. So if it's looking bad, go ahead and tally out. But chances are you'll probably get food at some point, and you won't have any problems with that. So yeah, we're gonna go figure out what our costs were and how much money we made from this. Okay, so right here we are at the Grand Exchange. Here is a loot from 24. I definitely did 25. Weird. I don't think it's missing anything important. I think that's all the loot I got. Well, hope I'm not missing anything. But as you can see, close to 300k made there, as well as an elite clue scroll, which is 1 in 200. So we were a little lucky there. We're actually pretty lucky across the board. Onyx bold tips are supposed to be rare. I got 2 drops of those, as well as 2 drops of dragon hides. Cannonballs are relatively rare. We also got this unidentified rare fossil, which unfortunately doesn't do a whole lot compared to the other fossils. Good amount of Numulite, and the coins is from the black dragon hide because we did actually end up alching that. Crystal keys, always great for an Ironman. And some ores. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and sell this off. I'm actually gonna bank the sharks. I'll sell the anchovy pizzas, but I'm gonna keep the sharks to myself. Okay, there's everything sold off, and we actually just got about 277k, as well as the Numulite, which, I mean, if we examine that, it's about for Oh, geez, that's not very much in GP. But, you know, Numulite can always be useful. Um, One thing I forgot to mention was we started out with 2,000 charges on the Trident of the Seas, or actually just under, it was like 1996. If you look now, we use basically exactly 500 charges, 503 to be exact. So if we put that in a calculator, about 313 GP per cast with the Trident. Chaos runes are actually really low right now in price, so that actually really helped there. Helped with our profits. So that's about 156,500 coins in costs, as well as per potions. We can guess our costs were probably around 200-ish K, about. Maybe a little bit less than that. But anyway, so coin-wise, we profited just about 77K, which isn't much. But we also did get the Numulite, of course, the unidentified rare fossils, and we did get the elite clue scroll. So if you'd taken the average loot into account on this, I'm not actually going to do it because I have to go kill an Avianzi, and I don't feel like going to God War Dungeons right now. So, um, if you take into the average loot of an elite clue scroll, it's about 300K. So around 400K in profit made. So you can expect, I would say, don't expect that much per trip though. I would expect probably around 100K though. 100K per trip is not uncommon. So that's probably why most people don't do it. It's not a highly profitable boss, but personally, I kind of enjoy it. You know, it's enjoyable. You get a couple fossils out of it. I usually get 2 per trip. This time I only got 1, but it was a rare fossil, so I guess there's that. And, you know, you get Numulite along the way as well as experience and stuff. You know, I gained over almost 10K HP and 14K magic and just 25 kills. Um, and I guess a little bit of woodcutting there too. So not a bad boss, not a bad demi boss in my opinion. Go try it out, give it a chance. Hopefully you have better luck than I did at the beginning, and I hope this guide helped you guys. Consider leaving a like so I can continue doing this kind of thing. Let me know what you think of the video, and that'll be all from me. So thank you for watching, and this is Planescape signing out.